Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this war of mine. I'm your lovely host, Kailvin, and this is a new game I've been wanting to try. Recently released on Steam. It's a 2D survival game about the horrors of war from a civilian perspective. I've already played some, and I'm going to be doing a fresh playthrough for the series. It follows the story of 3 and possibly later more people, and their struggle to survive, and the moral qualms that must be undertaken. It is a very somber game, a very compelling game, and, in my eyes at least, a very good game. So this is our safe house where we spend the day. Alright. So here are 3, shall we say, protagonists. When the Civil War broke out, many people thought it would only last a couple of weeks. It's been years since the government military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off all supply lines. The civilian population trapped in the city are suffering from hunger, disease, and shelling. Katia met both Pavel and Bruno before the war. She used to be a reporter, while Bruno had his own television cooking show. Pavel was the star of a local football team. Katia even interviewed him once. Now they meet under dramatically different circumstances, looking for food and shelter. Okay, good temperature. Alright, waste no time. Get to scavenging right away, everyone. Scavenging is something we must get to immediately, and try to get as much together as we can. Already a lockpick, that's good. Yeah, it's 22 degrees out, so that's great. You can end up starting in the winter, and that's a really tough start. It has a few, I should also say it's roguelike, because it does have rather permanent choices. People will die, and you can't replay things. Caddy is slightly sick. You there. You start clearing out that rubble, I suppose. You break down that. We need to try and, you know, scavenge as much as we can for the day. Okay. Heck, lots of lockpicks. Good stuff so far. And we have enough material, I think, to make a crowbar, which I'll need before night's end. Or before day's end, rather. I'm used to scavenging at night. And you see, while we spend the daytime here, we have to go out and scavenge for supplies at night. We need food. We need, well, we just need lots of things. We need medicine. We need food. Lots of consumable resources. And, as such, it's going to be a little tricky. Okay, we'll just put it right over here. I'm going to have this be my workshop room. Unfortunately, we don't have a shovel, which allows us to clear rubble really quickly. I might make one. Might not. In particular, though, I want a crowbar because it allows me to open these locked doors, which have a pick symbol on them. But I'd prefer to use a crowbar because picks are one use, and they are silent. They're very valuable. Because, unfortunately, the problem with war is there's other people. And other people often have guns. This may surprise you. People in a war zone may have guns. And unfortunately for us, we're all pretty much mute outside of the safe house. And no one knows how to talk. You can't really do diplomacy too much in this game. There's a trading system, but it's a kind of limited. No, don't actually do that. Good, you're almost through. Okay, crowbar that open. Only one person can be using the crowbar at a time, unfortunately. So, get to work there. Crowbar that. He's looting now. What'd you find? Ooh, bandages. And some books for fuel. Good. Alright. So, you get to work there. You're gonna go there. I friggin' told you to clean that up. Ugh. Well, that's pile time wasted, but oh well. So, here's one of the crafting interfaces. There are many crafting interfaces, but this is one for building furnitures. In particular, I'm looking to build up some beds. That way, because we have to send one person out at night, the other two can then sleep. Ideally, I'd like to get a fourth person, because otherwise it gets kind of awkward with rotations and, you know. Only having one person be able to sleep each night means you can really only have a guard every other night. So ideally, I think 4 people is probably the best balance. But the problem is you can only send one scavenger each night, which sucks. I really think I could have sent more, but turns out you can't. So that means more people, in my eyes, is a liability. More mouths to feed. Food is one of the most scarce resources. I mean, I can avoid having people, you know, die of freaking various illnesses, but there's at least a decent enough piles of medicine around for that sort of thing, but I also need to try and avoid holding too much construction materials back. Alright. Too much construction materials is actually not a good idea, because those are actually very cheap generally to trade for. And it won't be long before traders start coming to our door. 2 jewelry, sweet. We also have this. Can be used to make herbal medications and roll up cigarettes, which is great. Daylight's burning. Okay. So there's some other things that need to be considered. We can't actually make a herbal workshop yet. We need to upgrade this, which requires 3 wood and 6 parts. Okay. It's not too bad. We'll see what lies around the safe house. Still bits. Ugh, 6:30. It's an early night. So, we have the semi-detached house, decrepit squat, and the shelled cottage. I know there's a lot of good stuff in that semi-detached house, but it's really dangerous. Okay, you're sleeping in bed, you're sleeping in bed, and you're scavenging. Bruno, you'll notice, actually has less. Pavel, I'm going to take you to this. You're going to bring equipment. Alright, need to be ready for things. Okay. I'm going to take the slightly more dangerous route. There will be people here, and I'll have to be very cautious about how I handle this. There are various icons throughout here. This is, for example, a hiding space. You'll notice little sonar pings, I guess you could call them. I don't think they can see me if I go under here. Okay, good. Alright. Ooh, okay, this isn't too bad. Decent amount of mats. Okay. There's some guard over there going crazy. There's also this area, but we need a saw to get through these bars, I believe. I think that's a tool for it. Sure. Until I have a full inventory, I see no reason. Alright. Gotta be sneaky, though. Okay, she's up here. Feeling short on meds. Okay, somebody here I can't climb up. You'll notice there's little things, like this table here. This indicates that I can climb up here. Okay, so she's gonna come out and look outside, which is fine. Or she's gonna leave, either way. Whoop. Now, I'm gonna lockpick this. I think there's somebody sleeping here. Be quick here. Grab everything. Okay, so going upstairs, no one's coming down. Okay, so we can't take all anymore. Homegrown tobacco. Not exactly worth it. Ditch that. This is also not worth it, so we'll probably end up ditching it pretty quick, but nevertheless. I should close this door. I have a hiding spot in here that I can retreat into if I need to. Okay, signal. Okay. Let's move forward. Let's not. Actually, there is that thing in the courtyard. Kill her. Kill her, you fool. Ah. Kill her, you fool. Too bad. You had a gun. Oh. Shit. The hell. Alright, so we got someone crying. I have very little idea of what's going on, but I'm gonna hide here. Trying to get a gauge on where people are right now. Go back into scavenge mode. I think that might be required to enable the sonar pings. Okay, we got one sonar ping there. That's it. In that case, I guess I can loot this body. She seems to be weeping, so I don't believe she'll notice me if I grab various things. Or worst case scenario, I hit run to exit. Oh, hello there, Governor. Well, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Yup. I'll also be taking that ammo. Yeah, she's not going to notice me. She's weeping. Good. Remember, not everyone is holy hell, 5 vegetables. Sign me up. Okay, things we don't need. We don't need coffee. We don't need a single piece of wood. Take it. Damn, lots of good stuff here. I'm tempted to keep going, but this place is on pretty high alert, I'm sure. I mean, what else might I find in the upper levels? Who knows? There's lots of good stuff here, but 5 vegetables is a very good haul. Keep on scavenge mode for the moment. Let's move upstairs. Hello, a refrigerator? I'm primarily here for food, in all honesty, so if I can... Yeah, okay. Question is, what do I ditch? Medicine? I'll start with those. I want those weapon parts. Because that's exactly enough weapon parts to make a knife. I guess we can ditch the bandages. Pavel's slightly wounded, though, so we need the bandages. 1 dose of herbal meds isn't particularly great. Bandages are better. Alright. So there's somebody in that room up there, and the door's open, so going upstairs is a very bad idea. Alright, is there anything else left? That's good. That, like, moonshine. Oof. Yeah, it's a good trading item. You can get a lot of good stuff for that. And I want to try and bring that back with me, but we'll have a quick look here. This is probably the last room. Alright, so there's nothing in here. I'm just going to ditch the herbal meds. In all honesty, it's just not worth me taking. There's too many more valuable things. Like moonshine. And actual cigarettes. Like, ugh, I want to take that, but... I think I will. Because these are good items to sell. And you know what? They're worth a lot of construction materials. So I may be bringing back stuff that may not be useful right now, but will come very useful later. I don't really want to cross this courtyard here, because there's probably guards up here. Probably the good way is underneath. You better not get pissy about that, Pavel. A lot of times, because they're civilians, they don't like the idea of killing people. Though, to be fair, that person, Diary First Blood, I have actually not killed anyone in my playthrough. I've been super stealthy. This death was the last straw. I'm done. Damn it, Pavel. He's depressed. Unfortunately. How could Pavel leave those people with almost nothing? Everybody is pissed about Pavel killing that person. And next of all, we left them with a ton of stuff. There's a whole building I didn't raid. Talk. Cheer people up. Alright, you do what you gotta do. People have to die. Alright? The rules of the jungle. You don't actually have enough components to cook food. Fuck. Okay, that's not good. Alright, they're talking. That's good. Go crowbar that open. Hopefully we can find enough materials to get a stove. Luckily, I have two things of canned food, which you can eat anyway. You can eat raw food, but it's not a good idea. So hopefully we can find a way of cooking things up, because vegetables are very important, because if you combine them with meat, you basically make double the meals. You can't make a meal out of vegetables on its own, though. Yes, actually, robbery is the only way to get what you need. And if it comes down to it, so be it. It's a fucking war. Get used to it, Bruno. So unfortunately, no materials in there. Well, I shouldn't say materials. There are materials. Unfortunately, not enough. These people have to go hungry. Someone's at the door. Katia, you have the bargaining skills. Somebody's bartering. Thank you, traitor. Good day to pick. See, he's only sad now, which is good. You need to just sort of sleep things off. Alright. She's got bargaining skills, so I think that makes her a better trader. Very common stuff, not interesting. Each trader seems to have their own interests. Yeah, get a lot for that fucking shotgun, I'd hope so. Alright, well, the question is, what do you have to deal? We're gonna need a lot of these. You can have it for almost nothing. As I was talking about before. It's very generous. I won't do try harder. We can have a deal, but if I... Didn't I add stuff in without... I don't know. Either way, that's a good deal. I'm primarily, like I said, going to be buying things here, unless... It's quite common, being honest. Ooh, food. Food, if this guy's dealing cheap food, I will buy. Electric parts. I'm gonna keep that stuff there. Sugar, I don't plan to do moonshining. So I'll probably do that. Yeah, figured. Alright. Is there anything else that you have that I want? Filters? Filters are, good. They're basically, filters are made from 4 components here, so it's not too bad. Alright. That's a decent deal. Yeah, okay, I can do that. Show me a lot in exchange, I figured as much. I didn't even check the medicine, because I don't think I've ever found a trader here who's ever just willing to trade me medicine for a decent deal. Yeah. It's alright deal. Thanks. Good luck. Ugh, quit bitching about Pavel. He did what was right. And I stand by his decision. Probably because I made the decision. And besides, seriously, that bitch had a gun. Like, I brought evidence that she had a gun. I brought her gun. And if I didn't do that, I was gonna die. I mean, honestly, I probably could have just avoided it, but I really did want to. And you know what? Actually, it was totally worth it. Because that is how I got those vegetables. Because she was overlooking that bush. There's no way I was getting those vegetables without it. It was totally 100% worth it. I make my stand. It was worth. Totally worth. I want Pavel to be in bed most of the day because he's wounded. Okay. Rainwater collector. Yep. In addition, I'm going to look into, yes, upgrading this. Improving the workshop. Very important to do. Alright. Yeah. Torch a couple books for fuel. Alright. Yeah, we got a decent amount of construction mats, though. So, could be worse. Alright. So now you can make 2 cooked food. Alright. You're hungry, but you're also just sad. That's fine. So I use Bruno to cook because he's a good cook. Alright. Slightly sick. The question is, do I take slightly wounded or slightly sick? Decisions. I don't really want to bring Bruno. He's got a limited inventory. Alright. What choice did you have? You didn't have a choice. That's the thing. So they're recovering a bit. Everyone's just kind of moping about right now. They're not happy that we had to, you know, commit murder. And I get that. I get that. I'm gonna have to take slightly wounded, I think, because Pavel's fast runner. A slight wound won't hurt him too badly. Alright. End the day. And that's where our episode's going to end. Thank you, everybody, for watching. As always, this has been your lovely host, Kailvin, signing off.